Okay. Hi. So today we're going to have another kind of easy day. I wanted to keep things nice and relaxed. I know that the holidays are coming up, plus this is the last week of classes. So I thought I would do something that's easy for us and kind of simple. So today we are going to do some reading. Now, uh, this is something that you can pause the video and read by yourself if you want to, or you can read with me if you want. Now, the words that I have bold and underlined are words that we practiced as sight words. Um, and then I just made some questions, some simple questions um, to kind of practice a little bit more. So let me make it a little bit easier to read real quick, and then we will start. Okay, so again, you can pause the video, read by yourself, or you can read with me. I had an especially difficult weekend. I decided to drive to my sister's house. My car is ancient, so it has various problems. The heater and air conditioner are broken. Since the temperature outside is so cold, it was necessary to drive wearing my coat and hat. I had been driving for an hour when the engine stopped. I knew what that meant. I needed to call the tow truck. I felt like I had a heavy weight on me. I was fighting back tears because I knew I didn't have enough money to fix my car or buy a new one. When I got to the mechanics, the money it cost to fix it was beyond my budget, so I sold it to the mechanic. I called my sister, and she picked me up and took me home. I started looking for a used car and found a silver one, similar to my old car. When I called to get a loan for the car, the interest rate was too high, so I did not buy it. Now I don't have a car, but I guess I can start saving. So that's the end of the story. And I thought we'd go back over these words just because we learned them last week. So I had an especially difficult weekend. So especially, let's find it on here. Especially. Especially means one more than others, right? So when you say that, I had an especially difficult weekend, it means it was very difficult and it was probably the most difficult of the difficult weekends you've had. And then we have decided. So decided. I decided to drive to my sister's house. So decide is here somewhere. Let's find it, right? Decide means to make a choice. And it's a verb, so decided is past tense. I decided to drive to my sister's house. It's using past tense because we're talking about something that happened before right now, right? So my car is ancient. Now, what does that mean? My car is ancient. Remember that ancient means um, around for a very long time. So it could mean like these kinds of things, like, the pyramids or things like that, or people use it when they say, like, I have an ancient car. It just means it's really old. Um, so they're just saying, my car is ancient, it's really old. So it has various problems. So what does various mean? Let's get a little refresher on that one. So various is different kinds of. So when you say various problems, it means there are lots of different kinds of problems. The heater and air conditioner are broken. We know what that one is. Broken is, here, where should it go? broken is, damaged, right? It doesn't work. So since the temperature is how hot or cold it is. Let's find that one again just to remember. Where's temperature? Hold on, guys. Here it is. Temperature, how hot or cold something or someone is. So we're talking about the temperature outside. So since the temperature outside is so cold, it was necessary to drive wearing my coat and hat. So necessary. What does necessary mean? Necessary means it needs to be done, or you need to do. So I needed to wear a hat and a coat when I was driving. So engine, when the engine stopped, right? The engine is the thing in the car that makes it go. And I knew what that meant. Remember that meant, the word meant, is the past tense of mean, right? So, what is expressed, what things are, right? So what does it mean? What it meant means that, you know what's happening. I needed to call the tow truck. I felt like I had a heavy weight. Now, weight is like how heavy something is or something that you lift when you exercise. But when we say that we feel like we have a weight on us in English, like if you say, I feel like I have a heavy weight on me, it means that you feel like sad, or when things are really hard, right? When you feel really emotional, like you feel like you're gonna cry a lot, or you're just really upset. We in English we say, oh, I have a weight on me. You feel pressure, you're nervous, you're scared. That's what it means. I felt like I had a heavy weight on me. I was fighting back tears because I knew I didn't have enough money to fix my car or buy a new one. So, when we say this, like I was fighting back tears, it means you're trying really hard not to cry. So that's you can use that phrase in English. I feel like I have a weight on me. You can also say, when you finish something that was really bothering you, right, that made you feel nervous or sad, you could say, I feel like I have a weight lifted off of me, meaning you don't feel pressure. And when you say, oh, I'm fighting back tears, it means that you're trying really hard not to cry, right? Like you're fighting them back, like stay away tears kind of thing. You're trying really hard to not cry. And then the next word that we have, when I got to the mechanics, the money it cost to fix it was beyond my budget. So remember, beyond is like past something. Let's find the picture so I can help you remember. Okay, so beyond doesn't have a picture, but it's the limit of another thing. So when you say it's beyond my budget, it means here's your budget, right? And then over here is how much it costs. And so it's not within your budget, right? It doesn't fit in your budget. When it's beyond your budget, it means you can't afford it, right? It's past your budget. So for example, if you could spend, $3,000 on a car, something that is beyond your budget is $8,000, right? So the next one is, I started looking for a used car and I found a silver one similar to my old car. So what does silver mean? Silver, right? It's the color, it's the metal. So it means that, right? So a silver is like a gray, white colored car. And then similar, right? It means that it is like something, but it is not the same one. So similar means it looks like it, but it's not the same one. And then in this next sentence, when I called to get a loan from the car, the interest rate was too high. Now, interest in English means, we learned that, here, let's look at what we said it means in interest. So interest is like wanting to learn more, right? But when we say interest rate, that's the amount of money that gets added on to something, right? When we take out a loan, or when we buy something, and we're paying it back slowly, not all at one time. When we say interest, it means the percent of money that gets added on every month or every year. So it's when we say interest rate, like when we say the interest rate was too high, it means that it would cost us too much money, right? So she doesn't buy it, and then now she doesn't have a car, but I guess I can start saving, right? So now I don't have a car, but I guess I can start saving. So what does guess mean, right? Let's go back. So guess is you think something without knowing. So, you can guess about something, information, stuff that's going on. So when you say, oh, I guess I will do this, it means that you don't really have a plan, you don't know, but it's just what you're going to do because you don't know. So now I don't have a car, but I guess I can start saving. So that just, it's nice because, we say I guess when we're not sure about something, or when we're trying to, like, we didn't plan for it to happen that way, but it's something that we're doing because we don't know what we're doing. So that's how you can use it, like when somebody asks, are you going to be able to visit your family for the holidays, for Thanksgiving or Christmas or Hanukkah or something? You could say, oh, no, I can't because of COVID, so I guess I will stay home. Meaning you don't really have a plan. You don't know what you're doing. You're just kind of thinking of things as they happen. Okay, so the next bit is some questions that I put together. So you just have to pick the best ones. So he decided to buy a health plan, and the options we have are science, result, or basic. Now, you can do this by yourself. It's pretty easy, but the answer is basic, right? So he decided to buy a basic health plan. That's the answer, right? He decided to buy a basic health plan, meaning the most simple health plan. I cut myself on some glass. I cut myself on some Village glass. That doesn't work. I cut myself on some Control glass. I don't know what Control glass is. I cut myself on some Sharp glass. That makes sense because you can cut yourself on Sharp glass, right? We like to camp in the basic. We like to camp in the forest. We like to camp in the record. I think it's forest, right? You camp in a forest, lots of trees, that kind of stuff. I took my nursing test. Oh, let's scoot this up a little bit. I took my nursing test and I am waiting for the results. I took my nursing test and I'm waiting for the century. I don't think it's that one. I took my nursing test and I'm waiting for the MENT. Now, I think it's results, and that is it's the right answer. But I took my nursing test and I'm waiting for the results. It means you're waiting, right? Results is what happens because of another thing. So you're waiting to hear back what score you got on your test, the results. There has been in her family, death, dead, or dying. Now, the right word is death, right? Because we wouldn't say dead or dying, right? We say, there has been a death in her family. And then the next one, I don't know if, we have a couple more after this one. Driving on ice is scary. You can lose weight of your car, you can lose drive of your car, or you can lose control of your car. So it's going to be control, because here, let's look at the word control. So is the power to influence, right? So a steering wheel controls a car. It moves it. It decides where it's going to go. So driving on the ice is scary because you can lose control of your car. It will start slipping around, right? And then the next one is, can you give me control to the bathroom? I don't know if it's that one, but let's keep reading. Can you give me similar to the bathroom? Or can you give me directions to the bathroom, right? And it's directions because you need for somebody to tell you what the path is to the bathroom, because you don't know when you ask somebody. And that's the end of the lesson for today. So we'll keep doing some reading practice. Today was reading practice. Tomorrow we'll probably do some listening practice or something. So that's it for today.